Alright, back again, Luke here, and I just got back home. I'm a little bit wet here, and I was just outside. It's raining pretty hard outside, and you might be asking yourself, Luke, why were you outside in the rain? Well, interestingly enough, today I was talking to Big Bad Daddy 11, great guy, by the way, and we were just chatting about game stuff, and he was asking me, so Luke, are you going to Hard Off today? I looked outside, and I was looking at the weather, and I thought to myself, nah, I'm not going to go out. But eventually, towards the end of the conversation, I realized, you know, it's a pretty bad day out. I need to go and see what they got at Hard Off. So I did. I went and took the camera, went to Hard Off, and I tried to make a video for you guys over at Hard Off. But unfortunately, the camera battery was dead, so I wasn't able to get any footage at all. So I'll have to make sure I get a fresh battery in it before I take off out of the door on a whim next time. But I did pick up some stuff, and I figured I'd share that with you today. A few different things here, a couple of different peripherals, and some games. So we'll give this a shot here. First one is this. Now this is a plug-in controller for the Famicom. If you've noticed, the Famicom has a small port on the front, and that is for controllers like this. They're pretty similar in shape to the Neo Geo or the Sega Saturn in looks, but they plug right into the front of the Famicom, and it give you that a little bit more freedom instead of restriction where you have just the side controllers on there. This one's a little bit longer and it's a little bit easier to handle. You don't have the cord sticking out the side. Hori is not an official product. It's a kind of a knockoff product, but they're still pretty decent. Unfortunately, this controller's had a little bit of wear and tear on it. Looks like somebody's dog or cat has bitten on it a little bit. It's got some teeth marks on it. But I figured this one might be interesting to play around with, so I picked that up. And I got quite a few PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn games, so first one I got is Genso Suikoden for the PlayStation. Now this one's made by Konami, and I've seen some gameplay vids of this one, and this one actually looks like a really good RPG. And I figured, you know, once again, it's made by Konami, it can't be that bad. So I picked this one up, and I'm kind of looking forward to checking out how this one is. Hopefully it'll be alright, and hopefully everything is inside this thing, because I know sometimes they open them up and stuff comes out. Let's see, other one. This one's a good one. Bastard for the PS1. Now, if you remember, I put up a video here a little while back of Bastard for the SNES or for the Super Famicom, and I saw this one sitting there and I was thinking to myself, should I get it? Should I leave it? What the hell, I'll pick it up. And I did, so we'll get a chance to see what this one looks like for the PS. Although I'm not a big fan of the series, I haven't seen too many of the different vids for this one, but this one's Harry Potter for the PS1. I figured, you know, I've seen the first one, and I've played Harry Potter for the GameCube. I actually have a couple of them for the GameCube. They're not too bad. I figured I'd give this one a shot here and see what this one's like. It was pretty reasonable, so I picked it up. This one, July, for the Dreamcast. Another one that's kind of like a horror, what was it, suspense kind of game. Pretty wild, and we'll do a little bit of footage on that one here in a little bit. My other mountain of stuff here. This one's Beru de Seruba. This one is what appears to be a shooting RPG game. It looks pretty decent. I'm not sure exactly. I've never had a chance to play it before, but hopefully it'll be somewhat decent. I can hope. But nonetheless, we'll get a chance to try that out, and I'll probably make a vid of this one as well. This one is Gotha 2. Now this one looks like it might be another interesting one. This one looks like it's a shooter. I'm pretty into shooters. The only thing that worries me a little bit is it's made by Koei, which in Japan here is notorious for making a lot of the strategy games, but the strategy games are really, really bad. So I'm kind of worried about this one. Hopefully it'll be okay. But that's the Sega Saturn one. Here is Gun Bullet. This is the PlayStation 1 light gun shooting game. And it has a lot of cool different games on it, mini games in the back. It's a pretty fun game to play, especially if you have, like, you know, girlfriends or friends that you know, don't want to get into anything like fighting or any sort of shooting games. This one's pretty good, you know, release some stress. I know the family here, the wife doesn't like monsters, so I can't get her to play House of the Dead with me, unfortunately. But, yeah, the next one here, this is Wild Arms for the PS1. Now, I'm a big fan of the Wild Arms series. I really like the Wild Arms series. Really good, and this one here was a reasonable price, so I picked that one up. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. Now, I put up a video of this not too long ago, maybe about a week ago, and I noticed on the bottom of my disc it had like a small, kind of like a pin, well, a little bit more than a pin mark, but it had a little bit of the plastic kind of eaten away, and I was a little bit worried about it. I was trying to see if I could find another disc that might work better. So I don't know how good the disc is in here, but I'll give that a shot. If it's better, then I'll put this one in with my other one and just use the other one as a spare. We got Soul Edge. If you remember Soul Blade, current one is Soul Calibur, but this is Soul Edge for the PS1, and I figured I'd pick up a second copy. This one was really cheap because the manual seems to be a little bit worn. Here is D for the Sega Saturn. Yay! I finally got it back, and unfortunately this one is the Sega Saturn collection, which is kind of like the greatest hits, but I did pick up the original as well, and I got that in here somewhere. Here it is. So I picked up the original one here. And I used to own this one. Can't find it no matter where I look, so I'm glad I got it back. It'll be good to have back in my collection. And let's see here. How are we doing on time? 7 minutes. Woo! Better make this quick. Got Magic Carpet for the Sega Saturn. And this one looks pretty good as well. Looks kind of like a Panzer Dragoon, but I can't really say for sure. We'll check that one out later. Lunar, I already have a copy of Lunar, but I like the Lunar series, and this one was a reasonable price, so I picked this one up. Here is Virtua Fighter Kids. Now this one didn't have an instruction booklet, but I picked this one up anyway. This one's pretty good on the arcade STB. I have Sword and Sorcery for the Sega Saturn. We'll give that one a shot. Here is D. This is the complete graphics one for the PlayStation, so it'd be interesting to see what's the difference between this one and the Sega Saturn one, if there is any difference. This one's Melville no Kaji, so Melville's Fire, and I'm not sure what this one's all about, but it's for the Famicom. It looks like it might be an okay game, but we'll give that a shot. Bug to Honey, I think you remember this one here. I put up a video of this not too long ago. And the other one here, this is Bungling Bay by Hudson Soft, and that one should be good, hopefully, if it's the same one I remember. What do we got? 833, okay, we're going to have to whip through this. Let's see, got Ridge Racer, this one with no sleeve in it, but this one actually had the instruction booklets in it. I don't know which disc is better, but I picked them both up. Albert Odyssey for the Sega Saturn. I got a controller for the Super Famicom. I got an RF switch for the Famicom, and I got a mic for the GameCube. And last but not least, I got Star Wars Republic Commando and Star Wars Battlefront for the Xbox. And these ones were not junk. These ones were a little bit more expensive. But that's a little bit of a look at what I got. And yeah, hopefully I'll get some of these vids up here soon and give you an idea what they look like. So, like always, I'll put up another video here soon. So, thanks for watching.